Hi, Geminis. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Bee. Welcome to my channel, Psychic Sounds by Bee. I would just like to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do. I am very surprised and absolutely grateful. In the past 2.5 months since my channel has gone live, I already have over 6,000 subscribers. So I just have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. Also, thank all of you for those that have scheduled readings with me. It's been absolutely wonderful. And one of my subscribers, who happens to be a Gemini, Karen, she recommended that I put a comment section for reviews on my website, which I am looking into right now. So Karen, thank you so much for the suggestion. They say it's your birthday. Geminis, it's birthday time! Oh my gosh, I bet you guys are super excited. This is so awesome for you. But we do have Mercury, your ruler, going retrograde on the 16th as of today. This last week, as Mercury was in shadow, was crazy. I don't know if any of you had any problems. I certainly did. So, it was absolutely manifested for me in ways that I just would have never thought would have even occurred to me. I just, things that, you know, electronic wise, things that were absolutely dependable just went boop, and it was ridiculous. So even this morning there were some hiccups, but I'm hoping that once this energy kind of stabilizes, we'll be able to move forward. Now, there is a lot of stuff to go through with your chart right now, so we need to get to it without further ado, okay? Whew. All right, planetary movements are on the move. The configurations are switching. There are a lot of algorithmically influence situations with these, so you are going to expect a lot of, you know, activities as it relates to this. Now we have a lot of trines and a lot of sextiles in this month, so that is absolutely wonderful. If there are any challenges, know this, that it is going to be for your highest good. There aren't particularly any huge challenges, but knowing what the planetary alignments are and how they affect you is going to help you through this. Now let's get started. The new moon for Geminis is taking place in your 12th house. This is about secrets. This is about hidden matters. This is about subconscious, healing, hospitals, those types of things. Okay, so when the new moon is here, this is actually going to give you a moment in time to actually kind of set intentions as it relates to what it is that you keep hidden, your philosophies, your subconscious, hospitals, those types of things, you know, nonprofit organizations, spirituality. Your dreams could be very, very vivid at this time. Very, very important, as this new moon is in your 12th house, to make sure that you are being honest with people and people are being honest with you. This is a time for you to say, I am going to look at what it is that I keep hidden about myself and whether or not I want to bring that out into the world, whether or not I want to address this to make it better, those types of things. As the sun then ingresses into your first house here on the 22nd, your identity is just going to be lit up. So just make sure that on this new moon, on the 17th and 18th, you realign yourself with absolute honesty and absolute integrity. This is very important. With Mercury going retrograde in your sign, you could have situations where people maybe take you the wrong way, and then they go and they do some research about you. And if there's anything that's nefarious there, that's going to come back to you, and the sun is there and it's just going to highlight it. So just make sure that you are above board in everything that you do. This new moon will help you. This new moon will help you set your intentions to ensure that you are moving forward in an above board manner, totally professionally, and with all the integrity and the honesty in your heart. Okay? Then we have the full moon that is going to be taking place on the 2nd or the 3rd of June, depending upon where you are in the world. Now, where is this full moon for you? The full moon for you is in your 7th house of partnerships. This is where there is going to be a culmination. There is going to be an ending. There is going to be a climax as it relates to your partnerships. This can be romantic partnerships. This can be business partnerships. This could be a partnership with yourself. Okay, this could manifest itself in many, many ways. So here you are, kind of evaluating partners or relationships. You're going to walk away, or you're going to bring each other deeper and bond. You're going to have a deeper bond, and you are pretty much fully interested in others, and you want to negotiate at this point. So what does this mean? Well, Gemini, even though it is your birthday month, you have, with Mercury going retrograde, you're kind of drawn within. You're a little bit tired. You're reevaluating things. You're reconsidering things. And as you're doing this, with this full moon here in your 7th house of partnerships and others, you are willing to kind of take a back seat and let them shine. In this particular case, this is very important for you to do, because there is going to be a massive amount of attention put on you from the outside world in. Okay, so you need to do your part to take some of that attention and give some of that attention back to the partners in your life, whether that be business or whether that be personal partnerships. Now, the other important thing that we have going on that is going to be absolutely massive is that Neptune is going to be going retrograde on the 12th. Now, what do we know about Neptune? Well, if you know any Pisces, that'll give you a clue right there. These characteristics are ethereal, imaginative, visionary. They like the occult. They like astrology, spirituality. Neptune sometimes has a rose-colored glasses type of feel to it when it's going direct. It has this kind of flighty, kind of all over free love for everyone. I mean, this is generally characteristics of Neptune, and these are characteristics that Pisces generally have, how they express those personalities out into the world. Now, with Neptune going retrograde, what's going to happen? Well, Neptune going retrograde, the fog's going to clear. Okay, you are going to become massively intuitive, because all of a sudden Neptune, instead of going outwardly, is going inwardly. Okay, when it retrogrades. So all of that intuition, all of that spirituality, all of that, unconditional love, guess what? You guys aren't giving it out. I mean, you are giving it out, but you are going to be focused on making sure that you're loving yourself. You are going to be focused that you've got the straight and narrow information. When Neptune goes retrograde, it is the facts and only the facts, ma'am. It is like Joe Friday, and I think it's Dragnet. So that type of thing. So you're going to want to make sure that all this information that you're getting is actually factual information. And you will get it. Because anything that has been hidden, anything that has been confusing, anything that has a fog over it, or rose-colored glasses, or say that you've been illusory about some type of a process in your life, whether that be relationships, whether that be job, whether that be children, whether that be any aspect of your life. Once Neptune goes retrograde, it is going to reveal reality, and it could potentially knock your socks off. Okay, so say for example, you're in a situation, because this is in your 10th house. Neptune goes retrograde in your 10th house. So say for example, you have some type of confusion or some type of fog around your work area. Okay, so starting on the 12th, that fog is going to lift. You're going to get a massive reality check regarding that, because all this information is going to start coming in. Okay, now this is why it's very important, if you have not listened to my Mercury retrograde video, that you may want to do that, because remember, when Mercury goes retrograde, electronics go buggy. You know, it's hard to communicate, misinformation. You get texts that you weren't supposed to get. This is part of the entire universal plan. It is not a coincidence that Mercury is going retrograde at the exact moment in time that Neptune is also going retrograde. So in this particular case, you are going to have things revealed to you, maybe mistakenly, but you will be armed with reality. You will be armed with the facts. You will catch people in a bold-faced lie. Alternatively, you could also be caught in a bold-faced lie. You could also have reality, somebody coming to you and saying, what's the deal? Okay, so just be aware of this. This is why when you have that new moon in your 12th house, it's very important. Above board, get your facts straight, draw back just a little bit, and make sure that you are absolutely professional in all of your dealings and that it is the truth and nothing but the truth. Very, very important. Okay, so let's get on to the other aspects. Like I said, there are a lot of planetary configurations that are affecting us in this in the month of June. But again, my readings are for when the sun ingresses into a sign. So in this particular case, for you, this starts on May 22nd to June 21st, because that is the time that the sun is going to be in your sign, and this is where this reading time frame is most important. Okay, so here we go, Gemini. The sun is in your sign starting on the 22nd of this month. All eyes are on you. Very important. Above board, be professional. Mercury is retrograde in your sign. This is where you draw back. This is where you, when you're out and you're networking and you're talking, make sure that everybody understands where you're coming from and make sure that they understand where you are coming from. Watch your emails, watch your text messages, watch what you say on the phone. Doesn't matter if you are 20 years old or you are 60 years old. This is very, very important. Now, as it relates to Mercury retrograde here on the 16th is when it goes. This is a very important time. The week prior to Mercury retrograde is when all the havoc, probably happened. And now you're assimilating with reviewing, revising, re-looking at anything as it relates with your identity and your value and how you express yourself out into the world. Mercury will go direct on June 11th. About 3 days after June 11th, then you will be able to burst out and really enjoy the time of your birthday, and it is going to be absolutely wonderful. Now remember, as Mercury starts going direct on June 11th, the day later, Neptune goes retrograde. So you will be armed with information and you will be secure with what it is you are trying to say to the world and how you want to present yourself, because you've been utilizing all of these wonderful blessings from the universe that about June 13th, you will be unstoppable. So just be aware of that. I said that for the past 2 months that Geminis are getting prepared. Pisces are also getting prepared. So get ready to get out of that chute and just fly, okay? Now, Mars is also in your first house from May 11th to June 24th. So you are going to be wired and you are going to be tired. So just letting you know that right now with Mercury going retrograde as your ruler, that's going to make you draw in, that's going to make you tired. But Mars being in your first house is going to make you driven and want to move forward. So you are just going to be like this the whole time. Just take a step back, focus, Oh, this is hard for Geminis. Focus, Geminis. And once you focus, then take that Mars energy, point it directly into whatever direction you want it to go, and move. That is what this Mars energy is there for you to do. Mercury retrograde and other retrograde planets are arming you with appropriate facts and information so that once Mercury goes direct, you are flying. Okay? Now, the other thing, we have Venus in your second house that is going into your third house. So for you, up until June 4th, Venus is in your second house. After June 4th, it goes into your third house. This is beautiful because from June 4th, all of your communications, because you've done all this reevaluation with Mercury retrograde and everything else, and you've kind of gone within yourself, say, how can I handle this? How can I approach this the right way? And all of a sudden, now you've got Venus gracing your third house of communication, short distance travel, negotiations, contracts, siblings, all of that. So Venus is going to lend on June 4th this just lovely air of just love and you know, it rules money too. All of this, it's just going to be blessing you, and you are going to now find a way, instead of being like super talkative and just out there, you are going to be able to give credit where credit is due. You are going to be able to express yourself to people in ways that literally they find you absolutely mesmerizing, and they will just want to be in your presence. They'll want to hear what you have to say because you're not being overly aggressive and you're not being overly impetuous. So this is really, really good for you, Gemini. Now, let's see, what else do we have going on? One last thing. Now we've got Saturn. Saturn for you, Gemini, is moving from your 7th house to your 6th. Saturn has been retrograde, and it has been in your house of partnerships. So what has this done? For you, Saturn is affecting the partnership house in that you are trying to find a way to stabilize, get that commitment, you know, get that, I know where I stand, you know, we've reworked everything, I know what type of attitude I need to bring to this relationship, whether it be business relationships or personal relationships. I know, you know, what I need to do in order to make this work, and it is now solid. Okay, that's what you've been doing with Saturn in your 7th house. You are getting a grip on what is required to make this relationship successful. Now, in the second half of June, Saturn is moving into your 6th house, going retrograde. This is where you can review, revise, and go over anything as it relates to your daily activities, your everyday, your health, all this other stuff. So the second half of June, here's what we got going on, Gemini. You've got Mars, you've got Mercury direct, you've got the Sun, you've got Saturn now going retrograde in your 6th house. You are going to have so much energy. Okay, it's just like ridiculous amount of energy. And what you're going to do with your 6th house matters is you are going to make it so that it runs like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so that is awesome. All right, I think that pretty much covers all the planetary alignments. There's a lot. I'm telling you, half of this video is going to be all about planetary alignments and how they may be affecting you. So let's put this aside and let's go ahead and let's get started on the tarot reading. Now, again, happy birthday. I truly hope that you guys are just having a blast. I hope you got through that pre-shadow phase, which was just ridiculous overall. I mean, it was crazy. But let's go ahead and let's get started on the tarot reading. Okay, for those of you that have not seen my videos in the past, what I do is I just move the camera down so that here I just move it down so that you can see the cards as I lay them out. Now I'm going to lay out general energies, work, finance. I'm going to lay out emotional life, love life, health, And then I'm going to pull a spiritual advice card to help you kind of get through the energies. And I'm also going to pull another spiritual advice card for whatever type of challenge that you may be subjected to as we get into this particular birthday period for you. Okay, so what do we have for general energies for Gemini for their birthday month? This one wanted to pop out. What do we have for work and finance? Work and finance, Gemini. Work and finance. Work and finance. What have we got? Okay, here we go. There's work and finance. Love life, relationships. Relationships can also be at work. That one wants to come out. Health, well-being. What have we got here, Gemini? Health and well-being. Oh, that one wanted to come out in the back. So we'll put that to the side. Let me move this over. Okay, what have we got for spiritual advice for Geminis for their birthday time frame? Geminis. There's this one. And what do we have for potential challenge for Geminis? What is the potential challenge? This one is popping out. Okay. Okay, Geminis, here we are. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. General energies for Geminis for their birthday cycle. Here we go, Geminis. Where are we at here? If you can see that. This is the Four of Pentacles. Your general energies for your birthday cycle, Gemini, is that there's something that you're protecting. There is something that, in fact, I think you're protecting yourself here. You are protecting your identity. You are protecting your emotions. You are protecting what it is that you give to other people. You are reassessing the type of love and emotion that you give to other people. You are looking at whether or not it is worth it. You are deciding who stays and who goes. To you right now, Geminis, your emotions are a very valuable commodity. This is not something that you want to waste. They are to you, you are now realizing that when you give someone kudos, when you give someone your attention and you build them up, and Geminis are very good at this, you realize that you empower them. As you are empowering them, you sense inside that you are giving a piece of yourself. This is what is happening, especially with this new moon in your 12th house. You are finally identifying how powerful you are when you boost everybody else up. Here's the problem with this, Gemini. You have finally come to the realization that some of the people that you've been boosting up are not supporting you. There is not an equivalent exchange. You are going to be very, very cautious as it relates to the type of energies that you give to other people. You are also looking at saving money. You don't really want to spend anything anymore. You are looking at how you can get the biggest bang for your buck, and you are simply protecting your finances right now. And this is a good thing for you, Gemini. You are looking at different ways to be able to get what it is that you want while protecting your assets. Okay, this is actually a really good card for you, Gemini. This is this really aligns itself with all the planetary configurations that are happening at this present time. Okay, let's take a look at work and finance. If I can, sorry. Work and finance. Gemini, you've got the Chariot. Rocket, Gemini. This Chariot is all about victory. The one thing that you have to be careful of, Gemini, is that you don't want to bowl anybody else over. You don't want to step on too many toes. You have found a direction that you want to go in, and you are going for it. For those of you in an entrepreneurial type of situation, you are deciding all systems go. I would highly recommend that you do this after Mercury goes direct. I would recommend that you do this right around the 20th, between the 20th of June and the end of June. Why do I say this? You want to get past that Mercury phase, and you want to let all of that station transition period with Neptune give you a little bit of clarity on moving forward. Some of you are having a hard time reining in what it is you want to do, where you want to put any of your efforts. You know, this is why you've got this card here, kind of like you're reining it in a little bit. This is what the Chariot is basically telling you. You're looking at ways where you can invest your money, again, where you get the biggest bang for your buck, and you are simply just moving forward. The other thing, Cancer pretty much rules this particular card. So there may be a Cancer that is surrounding you somewhere that could help you with your work and finance. There could be a Cancer that is going to be giving you a job. So those of you that do not have a job, this Cancer might be helping you to move you forward and to give you that direction that you have so desperately been looking for, and that job and that success, and you know, overall just a feeling of worth, a feeling of, yeah, you know, everything that I have, all of my talents, all of my gifts, all of my abilities are worth something. And you know, this particular Cancer person is seeing this in you, and they want to give you a chance. They want you to move forward. They want you on their team. Period. The end. Very, very important. You know, the other thing that you need to look at is, especially with all of the planetary alignments going on, there might be somebody out there that is, as far as jobs go, might be looking at you, and you know, you're worried about competition, or you're worried about this, that, and the other. Believe me, Gemini, don't even worry about the competition. You are tops right now, and they're looking at you, and they want you and only you. So just be aware of that. For those of you, you know, that are having a problem with finances, so on and so forth, right now, you know, you are moving forward. You are saying, okay, I've had enough of there not being enough money in my bank account. I've had enough of living paycheck to paycheck. You are taking appropriate action right now to protect your money and stop spending where you shouldn't be spending. No more frivolous spending, obviously, for the Geminis. So this is actually a really, really good card for you. Okay, so let's take a look at love and relationships. Okay, Gemini. We have the Three of Swords. Now, this isn't as bad as it looks, because, you know, there are some Geminis out there that, you know, are in really positive relationships right now. But for some Geminis, basically what this could be a simple separation or a delay as it relates to relationships. You may be considering letting somebody go. You may be considering walking away from someone because you are now realizing what your worth is, and they are not giving you anything in return. So now you are sitting here and you're saying, I am bolting out of here. I am gone. I am not going to take this anymore. I do not want to be part of this partnership anymore, because now that I've had time to reflect, I am realizing it is not a partnership. It is me doing all of the work, and I am over it. For other parts of the relationship, say you're in a really good bond, good relationship, this could just be some type of a delay around, like, say you guys wanted to go out on a date, like have a date night, or say that you're trying to get things together as it relates to spending more time with one another. You may just be in a situation now where you are so driven at work that you can't, you just can't find that time, or things consistently get canceled. Here in this particular case, this is a very, you know, much a potential is that work is like your phone's going off, you know, all hours of the day, and it's affecting your relationship, and it's causing this separation and this delay. So maybe we'll get some advice on the spiritual advice cards to see how you can potentially handle this. For others of you that, you know, dating and so on and so forth, what I'm getting from this is that some of you really need to get over a past relationship that may be blocking you from a more fulfilling relationship. That is definitely what could be going on here with the Three of Swords. So just to let you know that this could potentially be what is happening. So sorry, Gemini, it's not looking too good as far as, you know, the relationships, especially for those of you that are single. Again, with that new moon in your 12th house, you are definitely realigning what it is that you want to give and what it is that and who you want to give to. So let's go ahead and take a look at your health and your well-being. Wow, Gemini, we have the Queen of Cups. Many of you Geminis out there are going to be getting massive downloads from the universe. Intuition. Listen to your intuition as it relates to your health. If you've got some nagging or niggling issue going on in your body, it is very important to heed that call. Say you have reoccurring headaches. You know, I'm thinking that this could be also, you know, headache related or heart related. So anything having to do with like you know, cardiovascular, make sure that you're paying attention, that you're drinking enough water. Very, very important. A detox. Make sure you're detoxing. You know, this could definitely be, you know, detoxing, like you're getting rid of that which no longer serves you, and you're going through this massive detox with this watery energy. Okay. Also, with Neptune going retrograde on the 11th, here is another sign that you will be getting the reality. You will be getting the facts. And because of this, you are going to decide to move forward wherever it is you need to move forward. I apologize that I'm off a little bit with the view on the video. And you are deciding to, you know, keep what is yours, whether that be your emotions, whether that be your health, whether that be, you know, your love. And you are strategically allowing yourself through your intuition, because it's very strong, to decide who it is that deserves your efforts. And this goes back to this again, that when you give of yourself, these people that may not deserve it are feeding off of your energy. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you maintain that energy, that you keep that energy for yourself. If there are people around you that are kind of like psychic vampires, because they want what you've got. And as they kind of suck you dry, you know, your intuition and your love and your kindness puts you in this position. So you do not want to do that. For others of you, as far as health goes, this is something that you may just be considering. This is definitely a water card. And so a lot of you may be considering doing water sports. It could be scuba diving. It could be, you know, just swimming in general, or just, you know, spending time out at a lake. It will really revive you to be around water right now. And the other thing I just got is that some of you might be having a problem with water retention. So with as it relates to this, I'm hearing pulmonary hypertension. So there might be something that some of you might be getting a pneumonia. So please be careful of that. And I know it's spring, but you know, spring going into summer, and pneumonia is really not all that prevalent, but some of you might be dealing with this particular situation. So if you're having maybe trouble breathing, heart issues, you might want to get that checked out. Coughing, you might want to get that checked out to make sure that you are not picking up some type of a walking pneumonia or something like that. But for those of you in general, good health, this is a really, really good card, because your intuition is going to be guiding you to the right place. And just make sure that you're drinking enough water, and make sure that if you are thinking about a detox, that you definitely consider that. I wouldn't think about it, I would do it, especially with you know, Saturn in the second half of June going back into your 6th house of health, of well-being, and daily activities. And with you know, Mercury going retrograde, with you being tired, you may want to consider detox. Okay, what's the spiritual advice for Geminis for their birthday month? Here it is again, Gems. You got wind, okay? Wind, and I know it sounds odd that these two should go together because this is water, but wind in the Crystal Ally deck is all about connecting to your higher self, connecting to the 6th, 7th chakras, the crown chakra. It's all about the higher elevated communication that you get from the universe. Listen to your intuition. It is being restated. This is very, very important for you guys to listen to your intuition to guide you in what it is that you need to do to serve your higher purpose. So what is your potential challenge as it relates to your birthday cycle? This is really interesting. Prayer. Okay, what I'm getting from this, Geminis, is that some of you are going to be ignoring your intuition even though universe is telling you to listen to your intuition. This is going to be a struggle for you because for the most part, Geminis are very analytical and you're definitely of the mind. And in this particular case, you may be having a hard time just accepting your intuition. You know, so this being a challenge, I would say put your analytical aside and take time out, meditate, and pray. This will make your intuition stronger. This will put you in the right place at the right time so that you can make an appropriate decision based on your highest good. Okay, Geminis, that was a lot of stuff for you to digest. Overall, I think that you guys are going to have an excellent birthday cycle. You are preparing yourself to move forward. It's just for right now, it's a little bit difficult with Mercury going retrograde, Neptune going well, Neptune's actually going to be helping, Mercury going retrograde and Saturn going retrograde. So just be aware of that. Get ready to kind of roll with the punches. But you guys are moving forward, especially with that Chariot card. You guys have got your, you know, all of your faculties figured out, and you are saying enough is enough in some areas of your life. And then you are saying, this is what I want to keep in my life, and you are going to move forward. So thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate all of, you know, your wonderful support. And to end, I am going to end with a, let's see here. Remember, I asked for responses as it relates to how I can say, I bow to the divine light within your soul in different languages. Well, I have one here, and I believe this is all correct, so just bear with me. This is from Balthana Abid, and this is Arabic. So I hope I don't butcher this. I gotta be honest with you. So here it is. Ana Anhana Anhani Ila Anur al Ilahi Al-Kamin Fi Ruhika. So there it is in Arabic, and I'd like to thank all of you for sharing these wonderful, you know, not sayings, but providing me with these what I would like to say in other languages. Okay, I'll get it out eventually, Mercury retrograde, but I'll get it out eventually. So anyway, this is one that I was given, and I truly do appreciate it, and I will be utilizing these as we move forward with all of these videos. So anyway, it's a long video. Apologize, guys, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Take care of yourself. Much light, much love, and many blessings to you. Namaste.